Aloha mai kako. I would like to begin with a song. Come and join you. The words are Eina lima hana, e malama aina, me ke kino, me ka pu'uvai. Meaning, with our working hands, we care for and nurture the land, the body, and the heart. Let's try that again. Eina lima hana, e malama aina, me ke kino, me ka pu'uvai. My name is Sister Malia Dominica Wong, and I'm very happy to welcome you to the sands of my birth of Kailua in the Moku district of Ko'olapoko on the island of Oahu in Hawaii. Kailua means two seas or currents, which refers to two former fish ponds in the district. Growing up, Kailua Beach was my life, where I went to play and where I went to pray. Walking home after the dismissal bell rang at St. Anthony's School, I would abandon my hush puppies, taking the beach walk home. Feeling the gentle blowing of the northeast wind, malanai in my hair, or sometimes the refreshing ua of Apuakea, the beautiful woman who was changed into rain by the goddess Iaka, against my flesh, was like a sponge, always so nourishing. On the weekends, running to the seaside before sunrise, I would play with the sand turtles, hunt for cowrie shells, or fishermen's lost glass balls. Such treasures to delight, only to be slowed down by an occasional blue, long-tailed Portuguese man-o-war. Looking up towards the dark purple turned lavender, then orange, pink, and yellows, I would pause in awe at the several black eagle birds stretching their wings against the morning sky until La, the sun, would rise between the twin islands of Mokonui and Moko'iki. Ah, this was my epitome of living a Pono life. However, now, having grown up, moved away and working in a university setting, whenever I do visit back to the sands of my birth, it's much too crowded, with newcomers moved in or visiting, and some with less respect of the sacred place I recall. So what are we to do? Know oneself. When we speak of living a Pono life, of being and bringing in harmony to all dimensions around us, there are different and yet connected ways that I have grown in this responsibility. From the Buddhist connection with my Chinese heritage, I have learned from my teachers Xin Qingjing, Ko Qingjing, Yi Qingjing, to be heart clear and calm, mouth clear and calm, thoughts clear and calm. In a way, this is similar to, with our working hands, we care for and nurture the land, the body, and the heart. From being a keiki o ka'aina, a child of the land of Hawaii, I have learned from my teachers the three pikos, piko e kolu, three body points. The first piko is the piko va'ena, in the middle in the navel, which connects us by way of our umbilical cord to our mother, our parents, our ohana, our family. From this, our na'au, gut center, we grow in ike knowledge, learning to trust our gut instincts, growing into deeper knowledge of ourselves and emotions. The second piko is the piko po'o, the head. In children, it is known as the interior fontanelle, the opening in the skull. It is through this point that we find our connection to our ancestors, our personal spirit, uhane, and the divine beyond the beginning of time in the spiritual realm. The third piko is the piko ma'i, found between the legs, the organs of reproduction, which connects us with all of our relations to come, our descendants. The three picos are important symbols of knowing who we are, the life force connecting us from before we were born to the here and now and the future. When we speak of the environment, there is a disparity here in our Aina land, as many of our ecosystems are no longer managed by native Hawaiians, but outsiders. We might ask, what difference does it make if I am good, respectful, and passionate in preserving our land, while others continue to harm or hurt it, others, me, or even themselves? Should I just give up on Kailua Beach? David Orr, a well-known American environmentalist, adds another perspective to the answer of perhaps. So what? He said, The plain fact is that the planet does not need more successful people, but it does desperately need more peacemakers, healers, restorers, storytellers, and lovers of every kind. It does desperately need more peacemakers, healers, restorers, storytellers, and lovers of every kind. This is where you come in. Ena limahana, e malama aina, meke kino, meka pu'uvai. All of us have stories to share, whether it be of chicken noodle soup when we catch a cold, or growing up on cod liver oil to prevent rickets as children. Today, our story might have changed some as we take the time to cook fresh soups versus canned, and gather our own herbs for treating certain bodily ailments. By planting our own food or visiting farmers markets, we connect more with the earth, remembering who we are. In my study and practice of La'au Lapa'au, using Hawaiian healing herbs to bring the body back into balance from dis-ease, to be a practitioner, I do need to be Pono, for it is a spiritual work. In gathering, preparing, and serving the herbs, it must all be done with pule, with prayer, respect, and gratitude for my plant or mineral elder that is giving its life, that others may be strengthened through its sacrifice. If I am not in a right state with the right intention, I may adversely affect another's life. We all know how jealousy, anger, greed, worry, fear, fatigue, and the like affects us. As instruments of Keakua, the divine, I need to be Shin, Qingjing, Ko, Qingjing, I, Qingjing, or in right understanding of who I am and from where I came from and unto where I desire to go. Let me hear your story. How well do you know the elders around you, manifest in the seasons, the moon phases, the birth, life, and death cycles of the plants, animals, insects in your environment? And how are you working with them to bring to fruition the life and purpose you were entrusted with? Sometimes, yes, we may get stung by the Portuguese man o' war, but if we see it as a lesson learned, that is Pono. Don't sweat the small stuff. Live large, because you know our roots and keep returning to your source. May you be empowered to make a difference in the world as peacemakers, healers, restorers, storytellers, and lovers of every kind. Ena limahana, e malama aina, meke kino, me kapu'ukai. Thank you.